Today I'm going to attempt to fix this. Okay, so first you're going to want to get all the clips out. Put the tip of the blade as close to the outside as you can. If you hit in the middle, it has more leverage to break the clip. Just give it a little hit right there. And right there. Loosen it up. I need to spin it. There we go. Let's see. I got one side. Same thing, I need to spin it. Come on. That was my easiest one. Maybe. Okay, some people do this with a hammer. I usually do this with a hammer, but I'm gonna try press today. Okay. Alright, where's that wrench? Let's just see what happens.
So right about here I realized that I was pushing the wrong way and I had to push the U-joint back into the cardone yoke.
Alright, this is take 2 of pushing the cups out. I'm gonna push them out of the drive shaft first this time. Let's see how that works. My battery just died there. It's a good idea to grease these threads. So seems to be okay. Smell alright. The dust shield. Okay, before you separate this, you're gonna want to mark it somehow. A little mark there, and a little mark there. Right there, and right there. Come on, focus. Okay. You're gonna want to lean sandpaper or brass wire wheel on a drill or whatever.
Now this is my old cup. I don't know if you can see it, but all those needle bearings in there are basically like extended mini barrels. You gotta make sure they're all in there. And look down at the bottom, make sure that there's no pins lying across, because that could make your day shitty.
Okay, so this is your centering yoke. You're gonna have to buy this little ball for it. It's your centering ball kit. To get it out, all I did was heat this up until the seal melted and the grease pushed the seal out, and then you just get a pair of pliers. What I did was I put the pliers in the hole. You should be able to clamp against the edge, put it on the end, pry it out. It might take you a bit. Okay, it's still too hot to touch. I'm just burning the shit out of my hands, so I'm gonna go grab a beer.
Okay, this comes packaged with this little cardboard cylinder in there. It's meant to hold in all the needle bearings inside. You have to take the spring out. I just used a 5mm Allen key. It fits in there and pulls it out. No good for putting it in. Now at this point, you're gonna work this in evenly.
Okay, you're gonna work it like this. Very light hits.
One thing I forgot to show, very important, don't forget to put grease underneath before you put this in. I'd put about 6 pumps from the grease gun in, just enough so that it comes out like this. Actually scratch that, you can't put too much grease, you just have to clean it up after.
Okay, now that I've got the bearing in, the ball bearing in, I don't know what to call it, it's a ball that is a bearing. Now it's time for the seal.
Take note of where the seal went and which direction it was pointing before you took it out. Basically the same thing. You're going to want to run your fingers around the edge, find the high point, and you're going to hit there first. This is a little bit more delicate. Don't forget your spring. Put it right in the center, and we are done. It should look like this when you're done. Cool. That's like the halfway point. So I guess it's time to start putting it all back together. Assuming you made marks, you'll know which way this goes. I got my mark there. I ground right there. I don't know if you can see that. I ground a spot here and a spot here. So there's no way you could screw it up here on this. Right there. You know what I mean. Right on the corner. So I'm probably going to want to start by pressing the U-joint into this. I have to do it through here. This might fuck me over because I've never done this. I don't know if you're supposed to do this U-joint or this U-joint first, but we'll find out. I decided to clean these and grease these. Probably not a good idea, but I did it. All your... Really fucking dainty here. Push it out, put the cap on. Okay, it's sitting there on the bearings. We got our press set up. Make sure that your U-joint is sitting in the cup so that your bearings stay in place. Okay, so I went too far on purpose so that I can get the U-joint into the other cup and hold the bearings in on both cups at the same time. And then when I press it back in, when I press this cup in, it'll press this cup out. Okay, now for my second cup. U-joint. Cool. Now I'm hitting the other cup, so it's going to be harder. Not far enough through. I'm going to take this off. And the reason I do that is it's a lot easier to get this clip on when there's more space. Plus I could have overshot it by accident. Perfect. Note the spacing, how far those are apart. Very critical that you get this right. Now we're going to continue pushing. Okay, I can feel the clip right there. Grabbing it with the tips of the pliers. Squeeze as little as possible. See, in this case, it went in. It looks like it went in, but there's not enough space in between these two. Do what you gotta do. That's more like it. Also pay attention to this clip. See how there's space between the cup? That means there's pressure on the clip.
You don't want too much pressure on the clip.
The other side seems to have it too. Okay, I'm gonna leave it this time, but keep an eye out for that. Alright, the next time is the cardone yoke. Alright, I'm gonna start with the top cup. There we go. Nice and greased up. Oh, gotta turn this. There we go. Alright. On the U-joint. Make sure it's straight. It can be a little off center. That's good. Just like a little bit more. Alright, this time I'm going to jump the gun and just put the clip in. Okay, since I'm reusing clips, this one's a little bit loose. I've got an extra. The video cut out God knows when, so I got this together. Now I just need to put the ball and the other U-joint in. Okay, so I'm gonna take this. Make sure that spring gets in there. Oh, I'm gonna have grease to catch. Man, this looks like it's gonna be easy. So this is the part everybody says sucks. Alright, get this lined up. It is speaking to me. I'm gonna have to move this. I gotta clamp the cardone yoke for this part. Make sure it's up in there. Do another quarter turn. That should be good. Hold on, I'm forgetting something. Got my clip. Okay. For this part, I guess I'm just going to lift the axle up. Come on, twist. Oh, exactly what you don't want to happen. Okay, a couple came out. If you run into this, do not use a magnetic screwdriver. Okay, it has to be perfect. There can't be a single space. Alright, I feel it. Oh, give it a little bit more.
Right here you can see my hand up under the clamp. I'm just checking to see if the clip is poking out at all.
Okay, it's sticking out a little bit. I'm going to use a brand new one. This is just the last one that I need to do. Now the final cups. This is the part that I was worried about. That one went on easy. Okay, so what? Oh no.
Right here I realized that I wasn't supposed to press it into the cardone yoke first. I should have put the cups on the U-joint, placed it in the centering ball, and then put it in and pressed it into the cardone yoke afterwards.
No, and that is cardone shaft. I do not suggest using your used U-joints. Did this time, just wanted to save some money. I'm probably gonna have to pull it apart later. All done, there you go. Okay, for those who don't know, to take out your front drive shaft, 8mm bolts for here, right at the transfer case. And for here, you can get it with a smaller wrench.